The fourth edition of the Abu Dhabi Warriors mixed martial arts event took place at the IPIC Arena in the UAE. The action-packed event was a complete success, with all 10 fights providing top-notch MMA action. Here are the highlights of Abu Dhabi Warriors 4.
Hello everybody, I'm here right now in Abu Dhabi and I'm going to talk to two of the heavyweight fighters for the main event of the Abu Dhabi Warriors Fighting Championship. Paul, the headhunter Buentello, and Eric, the American soldier Prindle. Let's check it out right now.
Let's go! Yeah! For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, yo. This is 10%.
Eric, the American soldier Prindle, with me right now, 6'5", really strong, massive frame, and of course, he's ready to knock out people here in Abu Dhabi Warriors Fighting Championship. Eric, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
How do you train for this fight?
Basically, just what every MMA fighter does, a lot of cardio training, strength training, and just learning stuff. As an MMA fighter, you're always trying to learn and progress.
Could you tell us, what is your current weight right now?
Probably about 290.
And how do you keep yourself mobile and agile on the ring?
Just work at it and stay plyos, stuff like that.
In terms of nutrition, could you tell us more about what's your nutrition plan for this upcoming fight?
Basically, my diet is I try to eat between 8 and 10 small meals a day with carbs, protein, and low fat.
Okay. Paul Buentello is 3 inches shorter than you. Do you think you have the advantage over him?
I think any MMA fighter, heavyweights, one shot could win the fight or lose the fight. So I don't think there's really any advantage for any heavyweight fighter. But he does have a lot of experience, and we're both game opponents. We're gonna go out there and have fun.
And what is your specialty, like striking, wrestling, or grappling?
I was striking. Now I've been doing a lot of wrestling, and it's called folk style wrestling or catch can wrestling. So that's what I'm basically doing now.
Who's your favorite MMA fighter you kind of look up to?
I'd probably say Josh Barnett. He's a great opponent and a great fighter.
Yeah. And Abu Dhabi is one, of course, the best places on the planet right now for fights. How are you liking Abu Dhabi right now?
It's awesome. I love the place. It's pretty hot out there. In Phoenix, Arizona, it's around the same temperature, so I'm pretty much used to that, but it's a great place.
That's awesome. Thank you. There you have it. American soldier Eric Prindle. With me right now, one of the most vicious fighters on the planet, Paul, the headhunter Buentello. First of all, Paul, welcome. Thanks for joining me.
No worries, thank you.
A lot of people are asking, when and how did you get inclined into fighting?
Back in 1996, I've been fighting for a long time, going 20 plus years. Just got into sport. I wanted to be in the UFC. I wanted just to test myself. So back in 1996, saw the first show at Amarillo, Texas, and it just stormed away. I mean, I stuck with it. People say I couldn't do it or couldn't fight as well. So I stayed with it, reached the dream, and fought everywhere.
Who was your greatest influence in terms of fighting?
In terms of fighting, I didn't really have any fighter that I followed or anybody that really pushed me. I would say mostly my mom. My mom's the one who pushed me the most. Get what you want, go out there and fight hard. And just for her support, that's pretty much what my influence was.
And in terms of fighting techniques, what do you think is the most effective?
It's always got to be a striker's point. I'm a striker. I like to headhunt and get the knockout. So striking is the best point to have. You know, a good base is a good wrestler, a good jiu-jitsu, but you got to have the striking skills. If you're a good jiu-jitsu guy and you hit the guy, you have good strikings, he turns in from a black belt to a brown belt. You hit him again, he goes to a purple belt. So striking is the main key. Wrestling and grappling is a good base.
Now let's talk about your opponent. Now he's a veteran of the sport too. What do you think about him?
He's big. He's very big, like 280 pounds right now. Yeah, and he's solid. He came to fight. Even though it's a last-minute thing, I really respect the guy. I'm really apprehensive what he's going to bring to the table because he is a very aggressive guy. I've seen a couple of fights of him. I got to be quick, and my whole outlook on this fight is be quick, cut angles, hit him before he hits me.
Amazing victory for the headhunter, Paul Buentello. First of all, Paul, congratulations. Amazing performance.
Great. It was a good fight. What was the whole thing is just trying to find the angles and try to find the speed. I know I'm going to be faster than him. I know I was faster than him, and that's just the key to the whole fight. It's just being faster, hitting him fast.
Did your opponent surprise you at all inside a ring?
Very strong, but the thing is, a guy that size, that have that kind of strength, that kind of muscle, can't push that much oxygen. So I knew he was going to gas eventually, and just got to keep hitting him.
So do you think a guy like him, like 6'5", and you're like 6'2", 3 inches of difference, do you think that's like a big difference inside a ring?
It's a very big difference inside the ring. You got to be able to handle all that power. It's a big difference, huge difference.
How do you keep yourself really strong, like any specific workout?
All it is muscle activation classes, most like Pilates and stuff like that. That's the main course, is just activating the muscles you don't use anymore.
It was indeed a very interesting conversation I had with two heavyweights of our main event, Paul Buentello and Eric Prindle, for the Abu Dhabi Warriors Fighting Championship. We can't wait for the next one to happen. This is Steve Patrick, and that's What's Up.